Hello, this is Russ. Um, Post-op video. I had my C5 to C6 and C6 to C7 discs removed due to some problems I had, and a titanium plate put between three discs. That was done last Tuesday, November 19th, 2013. Today is 1 week later. It's the 26th of November, coming up on Thanksgiving. Feeling a whole lot better today. My don't have anything on today. This is the last bit of my steri strips. Looks like my incision was about that long. Not too bad considering what all I had to do inside my body. Felt a whole lot better. 7 days recovered is quite a difference from the first few days. Probably I still have a little bit of muscle cramping. For quite a few days, leaning back on my shoulders after an extended period of time was sore. I don't know if it's because they have to clamp your body back in some fashion when they are doing the surgery, but regardless, either way, shoulder's been, kind of cramping and muscle tenseness, kind of down both my arms a little bit in certain places. Had IV in this arm here and another one in here for medication that they were giving me, anesthetics and different things like that. Um, when they started giving me shots, I told them to stop. Don't give me any shots on the left arm because that's the one I've had extreme pain with. I didn't want to be real sore after the surgery from a bunch of needle pokes and bruises and things like that. So they gave me all my shots over here in this arm, which has a big giant bruise. It's sore as heck. And, maybe it would have been nice to have that spread across both my shoulders, but, having this arm not feel excruciatingly painful, I think it was worth it. The fact that right now during my surgery today, the high is in the 40s. When you get out in the cold, you're going to have some cramping of your muscles, the feeling of the tenderness in your muscles and just the shock of your body of what it had gone through. I feel it when I get out in the cold, just kind of through this area here. This is the area where they gave me all the shots, and yeah, it kind of gets a little crampy and uncomfortable when I get out in the cold. A little bit of discomfort through here and here, but I had IVs on both sides and up into these muscles here a little bit. They're just kind of a crampy type of feeling that slowly been going away each day. Not expecting that to be quick. I think that probably might take a few weeks or so, maybe up to a month before all that pain kind of goes away. I still walk every hour that I'm awake, and I take laps around the house because it's too cold to go outside. Luckily, my house is built around an atrium, so I kind of do a 4 laps in one direction, 4 laps in the other direction. Then I stop and I do my stretches, which is the same thing. I suggest doing this every hour because doing this has helped me a lot in the pain kind of going away and building up the muscles throughout my neck and my shoulders to hold my head. Because I think when you're fused together, as I said, I'm not actually, the titanium brace is holding me together now with the bones. The fusion will take 6 weeks to 3 months to happen. I talked to the doctor yesterday. They're going to have someone call me and bring me out a little machine that I put behind my neck. It's supposed to help the bones to grow and help the healing process to begin a little bit, or to help it go along a little bit quicker. I'm looking forward to that happening. Right now, I do feel like everything that the work that they did is solid. Everything is tight. I don't feel any problems in any way with that, but I'll feel a little bit better when the bones are actually fused together. I think using the cadaver bones might have been helpful in hopefully making the fusion process a little bit quicker. But yeah, I think if you had a chance to do this in the summertime, where it's not so cold outside, you might have a little bit less muscle pains and aches and things like that during the recovery process. Still, I called the doctor yesterday and asked if there's anything I can do to stretch my shoulders or my arms or anything to kind of get the rest of this cramping that's all around here just to go away. They said that's probably something that's just going to have to work its way out. I continue doing my neck exercises, which is basically, looking this way and that way, which I'm getting pretty good movement now. I can almost go pretty much full speed without having to worry about it. I look up and down, pretty easy. Still a bit sore to this side here. I don't know if it's because they were cutting over here. It has anything to do with the muscles. I'm still pulling a little bit to the right, so I have to concentrate on keeping my head straight. The mornings when you wake up, I always wake up, I'm very stiff. The aches in there and the pains are there. Get up and walk around. As soon as you get up and do some walks around the house and do your stretches, most of that cramping and early morning pain will go away. It does seem to come back later in the day, near the end of the day, each day later. I've got to the point where it'd be about 2:30, 3 o'clock where I start getting a little achy. Yesterday, after talking to the doctor and then telling me there's really nothing I can do to make these last pains and aches and muscle cramps go away, they're just going to work their way over time. Then I thought, well, what the heck, since I sit here and be in pain, so I started to take the painkillers at the end of the day. That did help me sleep. Another thing that really helps a lot is I take 2 Tylenol PM at the end of the day. If you don't know this, Tylenol PM is acetaminophen with a mix of Benadryl. So the Benadryl is the active ingredient that makes you sleepy. If you've been taking pain medication, Vicodins, Norcos, whatever, and you're trying to watch your acetaminophen levels because you do have a limit that you can take a day where it can be harmful to your body and you don't want to exceed that amount, just take Benadryl by itself. Take 1 or 2 pills, whatever you think is comfortable for you. That should help aid your sleeping. Before, when I did not take the Tylenol PMs or the Benadryl, I had a hard time sleeping. I woke up every hour, every 2 hours at first. Then it got to be every 3 hours. Last night I slept through the complete night and did not wake up at all. I did take, pain medicine late in the afternoon. I did take one around the dinner time. And then I took the 2 Tylenol PMs at the end of the day. Thought, if I'm going to ache anyway, might as well not have to feel it so bad. So I slept pretty good. I didn't feel too bad yesterday. I do want to stop taking the pain medicine. At first, I was around the clock by prescription. And now it's got down to as needed, which I think is much better. But I do look forward to not taking them at all because I've been taking these painkillers for a year and a half. And enough's enough eventually. So it is just a means to help me through this, but looking forward to that to be finished. Stop drinking alcohol, I would say about 3 days before the surgery, drink a lot of water. Prior to that, I drank a lot of alcohol. I wouldn't say a lot. Daily, I drank alcohol when I got home, 2 to 3 drinks just to help me out with the pain because the painkillers wouldn't do it all by themselves. So now that I have had the surgery, I haven't had any alcohol since then. I do think when I do start to drink alcohol again, due to the fact that I got it habitually drinking it every day, I will limit myself to certain days of the week just to train myself into knowing that, it's okay to drink, but not in excess. So I do think that if you have gotten to the point where you have been avoiding the pain by using those measures, I think you should try to do the same. It'd be good to get back into a situation where you can drink socially with friends, but not feel like every time you come home from work, the first thing you want to do is go over to the liquor cabinet. So kind of training my brain there. I feel really good about it. I associate the alcohol with being in pain. So it's a little bit more helpful for me to keep that in mind. I don't see it as a social fun thing to do. I see it as something as an escape, which I'm not escaping anymore. So it's kind of nice to actually feel, and just kind of go through the day without thinking about wanting to have anything to drink. I am looking forward to being social again and getting out and drinking, but as the doctor told me, especially if you're taking any pain medicine, if you drink alcohol, you may overextend your head too far, you might move too quickly, you might do something that your body is just not ready to do yet because you feel like you're Superman. So I'm being very careful in what I do to make sure that I monitor my body and listen to it. Let's see. I think that's just about it. Yes, when you do cough, or if at first when I drank everything out of a straw, thinking that would be easier to drink. Unfortunately, I kept sucking down the windpipe and coughing. When you cough after the surgery, you're going to feel it all through your nerves and all through your muscle cramps. It probably has something to do with all the anesthetic they gave you, or just the shock of what they had to do inside your body, and your body's just kind of getting over that. Unfortunately, there'll be some discomforts, but they go away every day a little bit more. And I think that's about it. Don't forget to keep up with your stretching and your walking. I walk once an hour, as long as I'm up. If I get later in the day, early on, and I feel like I'm too tired or dizzy, or I don't think that my body wants to walk anymore or stretch, I discontinue for the rest of the day. But I do get up in the morning and start the process all over again and see if I can do it all day until I go to sleep. Getting much better. I'm doing it into the evening and into the night now, which I suggest, because every time you get up and walk, you're moving your blood, you're continuing with the healing process, which is very important. You do not want to just lay around. And saw a lot of videos of people with hard braces around their neck. I don't understand why that's needed. Your head is a little bobbly the first couple of days. First few walks, you want to wear a soft collar. but the sooner you start moving your head around and stretching those muscles and teaching them what they need to do, the sooner you're going to feel better. I think I've gone over everything here today. Yeah, that's about it. So if anybody decides to get the surgery, I think it is a very good thing. I cannot believe how much better I feel. I do believe that you're going to, for the first 2, 3, 4 weeks or so, you're going to have some leftover aches and pains and cramps and muscle things. And if you can plan it during the summer, you're in a place where it's really, really hot, it will probably help you with those with those muscle conditions. So I'm going to go for now. I know I almost pushed an 11-minute video this time, but I just wanted to let everybody know that I was doing very well. Had to sacrifice Thanksgiving this year with the family, which I'm I was very torn over that decision because I really love my family. And but it was something I really needed to do. And I just couldn't wait any longer. I'm going to see some family for Christmas, which I'm really happy about. I'm looking very forward to next year when I get to see everybody as a whole. Our family is wonderful. It gets bigger every year, and I'm proud to be a part of it. Anyway, everybody have a great day, and I'll put a video up in a few days to let you know how I'm doing, and have a good day.